Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our second Stryd Workout of the Week live webinar demo showcasing. We're going to go through the brand new workout of the week and build it live for you, answer any questions, also announce last week's winners of the Workout of the Week contest. So you can access the Workout of the Week in the Workout Library in the Stryd mobile app as part of the Stryd membership. We have a bunch of different types of libraries, but the Workout of the Week is the one we're going to talk about today specifically. You can access it by going to your Stryd mobile app, clicking the little library icon on the bottom shelf there, and you can go to the Stryd collections and select Workout of the Week. The Workout of the Week will be a rotating collection of workouts updated every Wednesday live on this show. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to send them in. Any questions, comments, thoughts, producer Kaylee will either address them in the chat or send them along to me to include in this presentation. Last week's winners, we had Maxime Sauvet from Instagram posted about the Stryd Workout of the Week, which was Kaylee's Tempo Run Plus Speed, as well as Parker Kurth. We will have other details about the contest as we wrap this up, but you can use the hashtag StrydWow, STRYDWOW, post on Instagram or Twitter, and we will include that in the drawing. So we'll be in touch, if we have not been in touch already, with both of our last week's winners, and we are highly encouraging you to run the Workout of the Week and share it so you have a chance to potentially win some Stryd swag, and we'll be in contact about specifically what you win. So we have some new announcements as well besides just the Workout of the Week. Val's hard long run spoilers is going to be the Workout of the Week. The Tom workout, which was the first workout of the week, has moved to long run workout, so it'll be there. We have two new basic workouts. We have a 20-minute tempo and a 90-minute long run, and these are already live in the Stryd mobile app in the basic workout section. And we have two new time trials, which is a 3 kilometer and a 15 kilometer. And these are already live in the time trials section there. Now, let's talk about the new workout of the week. It's Val's hard long run. And I'm going to stop sharing this specific screen, and I'm going to share my phone screen. I'm actually going to build this along with you today. Give me 1 second here. And this will be Val's hard long run, like I mentioned. And there we go. It is queued up, ready to go. Cool. So we have the workout of the week. We're going to do Val's hard long run. And Val ran at the University of Colorado, a very accomplished track cross-country runner. And she suggested this one as a nice power-based tweak on the hard long runs that the CU Boulder team does in the farm dirt roads back in the the back roads just north of Boulder. So we'll add a description later. We're going to start with the warm-up section here. And this first one we're going to do is a time-based section. And so I'm going to change this to 15 minutes. We're going to keep the standard 70 to 80%. We're going to do an active block of 20 minutes to start. And this will be progressive hard long run. It's not going to be too long in total duration, but the running stress score is going to be up there for sure. So we're going to dial this down to 83 to 87%. And that's going to be our first workout step here. We're going to use percent of CP. So we have a 20-minute section. We're going to add a 5-minute recovery. We're going to keep this at 70 to 80%, although you can tweak this up a little bit if you want to make this a little bit more challenging. We're going to add another block here, and I'm going to reselect the recently used block so I can easily edit this. This is going to be a 15-minute block, and we're going to increase the intensity slightly. So we're going to go to 86 to 90% for the second block. We're going to add another recently used block here, 70 to 80% for 5 minutes as a recovery. Then we're going to add another active section, and we are going to tweak this down to 10 minutes total. And we're going to increase the intensity a little bit more. So this is a progressively hard long run. time-based for this one. We're going to add a distance-based version next. Starting at 83 to 87% of your Stryd auto-calculated critical power for 20 minutes, 5-minute recovery section, then 15 minutes at 86 to 90%, 5-minute recovery, then a 10-minute at 90 to 95%. And this will be a pretty good effort to wrap up the long run. We'll add another recovery block there, and we'll add a cooldown section. And I want this one to specifically be 90 minutes total in duration. So I'm actually going to scale the cooldown down to 15 minutes total. I'm fine keeping that at 70 to 80% there. But we can scroll up and just, again, go through the steps really quickly. We have a 15-minute warm-up at 70 to 80%. We have a 20-minute section at 83 to 87% with a 5-minute recovery portion. 15 minutes at 86 to 90% with a 5-minute recovery block, and then 10 minutes at 90 to 95% with a 5-minute recovery block, and then a cooldown. And this will be Val's hard long run, which is the distance-based version. I will make sure to add here. So this is distance. I'm going to press save. So it gets added directly into the workout of the week library. And I'm also going to click into here and use it as a template. And I'm going to change this one to time. So we're going to do a time, or that was the time. So I'll go back and change that actually. So this is the distance-based version. You can see how we are doing it live. So I'm going to change this to a nice 2-mile warm-up. Collapse that, keep everything the same intensity, which I think this is one of the fantastic things about having the use as template feature. We can go in and we can make things pretty darn equivalent if we want to in terms of using those same percentages. If you find a workout you really like that's time-based, you want to make distance-based, you want to have some close approximation, the use as template feature really, really shines here. So I'm going to change this specific thing to a 3-mile section. Collapse that same exact intensity and percentages. I'm going to change the recovery to about 1,200 meters or 3/4 of a mile, which will be just over, just over a kilometer, about 1,200 meters there. I'm going to change this next section here to be a 2-mile section. So we got a 3-mile at 83 to 87%. We have a 2-mile at 86 to 90%. Again, we're going to change this recovery to distance-based at 0.75. And we can see how quick and easy it is to edit these certain sections here. Change the 10-minute section. We're going to change this to 1 mile. And so there's some different concepts here in terms of the progression and how long this long run will be specifically. But if we are going to be running this for the distance space, we really want you to get after it, that last mile. And we'll change the cooldown here to a nice 2-mile cooldown. Save that. And then we are all good to go. We can scroll up to the top and see that we have about the same distance, about the same duration, but we have a 2-mile warm-up at 70 to 80%. We have a 3-mile section at 83 to 87% with a 1,200 meter or 0.75 mile recovery block, 2 miles at 86 to 90%, and another recovery block, 1 mile at 90 to 95%, 0.75 mile recovery, and then a 2-mile cooldown. So we'll save this as this is the distance version. We will save it to our library, specifically inside of the Workout of the Week library. Give that a second there. And then we'll actually go back here and change this description to time to make sure everybody gets the right idea with these workouts here. Press save. Super easy to go in. If I want to add it to my calendar, I can just select a certain day. Let's say this weekend, I had a long run on Saturday, but I'm just going to add it to my calendar there. Super simple, and it will be loaded on my calendar. We can scroll and see the description here, all these blocks, super simple to understand. It's laid out very, very well. The projected RSS for me for this one is going to be 81 running stress score. If I go to the distance, it'll be about 76, so within about 5 stress score. But you can feel free to edit these as you'd like, but this is Val's hard long run, which is the distance and time-based workout of the week here. We can see Kaylee's tempo plus speed up at the top. The Tom workout will be leaving as soon as we end this webinar, but it will be found in the specific long run workout section. But this is the live demo of us building the specific workout of the week for this week. So we hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to go back to the presentation really quick, and we'll close out the rest of this presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them in now. You can enter the Stryd Workout of the Week contest every single week. You can post your accomplishment of the specific Stryd Workout of the Week, the Val's hard long run specifically this week, using the hashtag STRYDWOW, Stryd Wow, Stryd Workout of the Week. You have until next week, so a week from today, to enter. We also want to give a plug. You can take advantage of the Stryd introductory offer, $19.99 for the first 6 months for existing Stryd users by going to stryd.com/powercenter. You can also get a more accessible price than ever on Stryd. Go to buy.stryd.com if you are not a current Stryd user to get our most accessible price on Stryd ever. So we're super excited about that. I'm going to turn to the questions now. So if you have any other questions, this will be last call for those. First question or first comment is, I like the new 3K and 15K time trials. Yeah, we love the fact that we can just continue expanding on the workout library using the workout builder. And you should expect every week we will have various announcements with different time trials, different new workouts. So this is a super exciting and compelling reason to keep tuning in to this weekly presentation live webinar. Next question is, started my first workout after a 14-day initial plan. One doubt how to maintain the CP for full marathon. So the concept of the Stryd intro plan sets you up with a really accurate Stryd auto-calculated critical power. This looks at your last 90 days of running data and looks at all your different power duration, combines 3 different types of physiological modeling, 3 different types of curves, and gives you a auto-calculated critical power. In the very early stages in a Stryd training plan, you might have a mix of easy runs and a time trial, and some workouts depending on what plan you sign up for. If you're doing the base plan, as of right now, it'll just be easy running, and we look forward to expanding on that feature in the future. Next question is, will a Stryd sensor work well along with a watch for high school, cross country, and track? Yeah, that's a great question. We have had Coach Tom Schwartz on the show previously, and we did tackle this question, I believe, in that specific webinar. We had a cross-country coach, I believe, out of Georgia, ask a similar question, and Tom gave his thoughts about using power in the specific context of high school cross country and track. And Tom said that, yes, absolutely, it is useful, not only for a coach, but for athletes to be able to monitor stress, be able to monitor power, specifically as you're starting out repeats and you're tracking progression over a season. And so we're fully confident that any runner, no matter your experience level or your ability level, Stryd will be beneficial for you. But specifically in the context of high school cross country and track, yes, there are many, many ways to use Stryd to full success in high school cross country and track. Once I can track down the podcast/video that describes a perfect 5K power run, I hope to recreate it in the workout editor. Looking forward to trying to run it. I believe that's actually the same exact webinar, the previous webinar we had with Tom Schwartz, talking about your projected 5K best effort. The recommendation is to start just below your goal 5K power for the first kilometer, first 20% of the race. And then the middle 3 kilometers, you bump right up to just below, just above your goal 5K power. And that gives you the ability in the last kilometer, the last 20% of the race, to exceed that goal and really go for it. And that will let you have the best potential chance to set a good 5K effort. I believe that specific webinar has that as well. Next question is, I have a question about some of the recovery sections in the Michigan Classic workout. It says the recovery should be at half marathon power. However, in the template, the recovery section is set at much lower than my half marathon power. I'll take a look at that. It should be programmed in 100% correct, but we can definitely take a look at that. And one of the other things too is if you are running the workout and you want to bump up the recovery section a little bit, you can use the workout builder to edit that specific thing. Once you save it to your own library, you can edit the workout if you want to bump things up or down a little bit. So the same thing goes if you're finding the recoveries in the Michigan workout a little bit too aggressive, you can dial things up or down a little bit depending on what you would like to do. It doesn't look like there are any other questions right now. If you're watching the video after the fact, please feel free to ask any questions in the comments down below, and we'll do our best to answer those. Again, as a reminder, you can access Stryd for the most accessible price ever if you go to buy.stryd.com. We have features like the workout builder and the workout library that we showed off today. We encourage anybody who would like to enter the Stryd Workout of the Week contest to try Val's Hard Long Run for maybe this weekend, subbing it out for your long run, using it as a part of your long run. Definitely let us know your thoughts, and we look forward to being right back here next week at the same time, same exact place to show off next week's workout of the week. Have a great weekend of running, everybody, and we'll see you next week.